So I bought this Shoe GOO from Canadian Tire for about $8, and I wanted to see if I could repair my shoes with them. Basically, I walk a lot, so my soles rub out really quickly. I don't know if you can tell. And because of that, I start getting holes in them. You can see that hole there. And water gets through them. So I tried this shoe that people were talking about, and I wanted to see how it would work. So I haven't really tested this out yet. I already applied a first coat and I let it dry out for about 72 hours. And so far it looks and feels kind of good. Feels kind of sturdy. I wanted to apply another layer before actually trying it out. And I wanted to say that the first time I added Shoe GOO, I got really lightheaded because I wasn't wearing any face protection. So I was breathing in that stuff and it was really making me lightheaded. So unless you guys want to get high or something, don't wear any face protection. But this time I'm going to wear this. Just so I could, just so I won't breathe in that stuff. So if I sound a little bit funny, it's because I'm wearing the mask. Another thing that I'd like to use is a glove, so I don't get any of that toxic stuff on my hands. I really don't know what's in there. Anyway, what I like to do for a second layer is when I'm adding if I add a second layer, I like to sort of pave it. So I would take my pocket knife and sort of make like ridges in there. You know, almost like paving a road. Like how they pave the road and then they sort of add more asphalt on there. So I kind of like to do that. I like to make these little ridges in there. Careful so you don't cut yourself. I would really recommend just cutting away from your hand. And after cutting in some ridges, what I would do is obviously wipe that off so you get some traction, and then I want to apply some Shoe GOO on there. There we go. Make sure when you're closing the cap on Shoe GOO. Oh no, I got some on my hand. That's not good. Yeah, so make sure you don't have any Shoe GOO around the edge over there, because otherwise you're going to have trouble getting off the nozzle, the cap. Anyway, once that's open, I'm going to take my shoe and I'm going to apply some Shoe GOO on there. And as you can apply generously, but just make sure it doesn't fall off the end there. And this takes about like 24 hours to dry. And if you want to dry it completely, like a solid, I would go for 72 hours. Otherwise, you're not really sure. And you want it really, you see, I walk more on my left side. So I want to apply more to the left side, because that's where it really rubs out. And after I'm done, I'm just going to put that there. I would take a card. Let me see if I have a card. Take like a credit card. And sort of move it around there. And I mean, if you have any holes or any breaks in your shoe where water gets in, like for me, I had one there. I don't know if you can see it. And I sealed it up. And it looks like it's really going to hold. And I'm hoping that it does hold. So anyway, after you put that on, and seriously, wear some face protection, because this stuff smells like 100 times stronger than a highlighter, than a black marker, one of those Sharpies. Stuff is really, really strong. It's like, make sure you're doing it in a well ventilated area. I'm not. because it's kind of cold outside. I don't want to go outside now and do this in my garage. But if you're doing it, make sure, and as you're drying it off, you want to make sure it's kind of in a flat, you know, you want to make sure it's flat. You don't want to turn it on its side because it will droop. It will leak down. So you want to sort of, I mean, it's solid now. I don't know if you can tell. It looks solid, but you want to keep it that way. And what I suggest is you put it, obviously, the shoe upside down, and you sort of lean it against something if you can. And you know what you could do if you don't want it to leak over the sides there, you can put sort of like a piece of cardboard or something, like a, I would take a piece of cardboard and put it around, and even take some little safety pins and sort of to hold it in place so that this liquid doesn't leak down, seep down. And when you let it dry and you take off the cardboard, you can sort of, the cardboard will sort of stick to the shoe goo. So what you want to do then is you want to sort of scrape it away with a knife. And that's what I did. I don't know if you can't really see. It's pretty much, let me see if I can focus in there a little better. No, that's not focusing. But anyway, that's Shoe GOO for you. You can pick it up at Canadian Tire for about $8. And I think it's going to be good. I mean, hopefully I'm going to do another update review on the Shoe GOO just to see how it holds up. And I'll let you guys know what I think of it then. But as of now, I just want to build up the stuff and actually see, because I go through Converses so fast. You know, like every season I have to buy a new pair because these things really, the rubber on these don't really hold up so well. So yeah. And after you're done there applying that, I'm not going to do that now because I want to do the other shoe, but after you're done there, you want to really wipe it off the top part, because when you're putting the cap back on, that thing's going to stick, that thing's going to dry up and you won't be able to open it. So I recommend you either do that or you put some petroleum jelly, some Vaseline in there, like a little bit, just like one layer, you know, very very thin layer, so that you could easily open it and close it. That's what they recommend. But anyway, that's my review of Shoe GOO, and I will put out a video as soon as I test out the Shoe GOO and what I think of it, you know. But anyway, if you found this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. And I'll let you guys know what I think of it within the next few weeks, hopefully. Alright guys, well, take care.